Nah, that's real talk. But I want to ask you about this list going around. Have you seen it? It's the 50 best LA rappers of all time, and they love Tupac off the list.
Well, that's people just hating on them from the West Coast, and I don't believe it's the actual fans from the West Coast. I just be thinking it's like hating ass rappers and industry. Because clearly, Pac put on for the West Coast more than anybody has probably put on for the West Coast, and left a legacy for the West Coast to follow to this day. And not saying that they don't have no other big rapper. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, that was one of my favorite rappers, but clearly, to live and die in LA, Pac went out there and really put on for that town. You heard? And I do believe that was kind of whack of them to not even give him an honorable mention if they feel like he wasn't from LA, so he shouldn't deserve to be on the list, but he put on for LA more than most of the people on that list. He helped shape the music in LA. Not saying that NWA and all these people, yeah, but when it came to the era of the kids like me that was listening to it, we wanted to go to LA because of Pac. You heard? Remember DPG and all that had happened already. Pac came after that. Pac started putting a whole new flavor on this shit. We wanted to go there. You heard? After we saw Boys in the Hood and all that type of shit, we started getting open off LA, and Pac just started opening it up to a whole nother level of shit. You heard? Like, that's what we know. We know Pac for West Coast shit. You heard? Built out, went to the LA and went crazy. I don't know him from no other place. I know they'd be like, he was from the Bay, he was started in he was born in New York, and like, you dig, that's cool. But what I know him for, what majority of people that of my age know him for, is for that West Side shit, that LA flush. So what number would he be if they could put him on the list is the question.
Me personally, he number one.
All right, so case closed. We ain't gotta talk about it no more.
So for you, you look at him as an LA artist because you got some people trying to push that, he a Harlem rapper narrative.
I mean, not saying he wasn't from Harlem, but he didn't have no footprint in Harlem. You heard? He didn't have no block in Harlem. It wasn't no hood that we knew Pac to be from. It wasn't like you heard he came to Harlem, got with a couple people from Harlem when he was doing movies like Above the Rim. He was over there by AK houses and all that shit, with the homies and shit like that. But he didn't have no footprint in nowhere in New York. He knew people here, but he didn't came up hanging out in New York. So how could you dig? Like nobody's ever said, yo, Pac is from New York. Nobody ever claimed him like a New York nigga. The Bay was the first thing we would probably say before anything when we first learned about Pac. He was an artist from the Bay, Digital Underground. You heard? Then he came, started doing the movies, came to New York, got locked up in New York. They bailed him out, went to LA, started bombing. That's all we knew. We only knew him to be a West Coast nigga. When we started learning his story and then he was putting his shit in double XL and the vibe and all that is when we started to learn about he born on the East Coast and was living in Baltimore and you know what I mean? Like I'm a real Pac fan. I know a lot about him and shit like that, you dig? But what we know him for, it's that LA shit. It's that death row shit. You heard? To live and die in LA, bro.
And you used to see Pac walk around Harlem, right?
Nah, I saw Pac one time. That was on 125th Street, the same place I saw Big. You heard? It was on 125th Street. I saw Pac hanging out at Burgundy MPV. Or never forget it. Because I really fuck with him. So that shit really stuck with me to this day. Or definitely one of my favorite rappers of all times, 100%. He had a big hold on me. Very influential in my life coming up, being rebellious and banging and shit like that. Pac had the theme music to a lot of things that I was going through.